Hi, manifestors. Happy Saturday, and what amazing energy we had at the 5051 protests. I really do believe and feel that we have turned a corner when it comes to the will to democracy in the United States of America. And that's what I wanted to read on today. I should say, my name is Lynn Mayu, and this is Attraction Manifestors, and welcome here. This used to be a channel that was just about manifesting in general, but since my country decided that it wanted fascism, I have been doing more readings in relation to the cataclysm that we are all walking through right now. So what I wanted to get into today is about, so we know, I've been saying power to the people. I've been saying, like, it's everyone's job to, like, do your own part in the resistance, in whatever this is for you. But I feel like now people have been doing so. Cory Booker did that 25-hour speech and broke the record that was held by the segregationists back in the civil rights movement. That was a massive, I feel like that really did turn the energy, because any word that you speak out of your mouth will turn the energy. And he went for 25 hours, like, without going into reading the phone book, without like going into like anything irrelevant. It was all on message, and you can't do that without it having an effect. So now that we're having an effect, I'm just remembering what that Heritage Foundation guy said when he said the revolution will be bloodless if the left allows it to be. Now that we're not allowing it to be bloodless, I want to see what we can do for going from now forwards to make sure that we win and to make sure that we are safe and protected. Now, I know that there is always the universe, there's always the hand of God. We can always ask God for protection. And I was doing that every day when I was praying about the election interference, but I stopped doing it, so it's probably time to start that up again. But I want to see what else might be lurking beneath the surface. What else might be hiding in the shadows to come after us? What else we need to prepare for as we are continuing in this battle, continuing on this journey. So I'm using today the Darkwood Tarot, and here we go. All right. So the current situation is the Four of Pentacles, and this is about holding on to our resources. Like, do we feel the need to hold on to our position? Do we feel the need to hold on to the social power, social position, career? Because stepping forwards in resistance, it could be a risk. It could be a risk to all of those things. It could be a risk even to our material safety, which Pentacles can be about material safety. So it's about this is a situation of being afraid to let go of what we know or what we believe our safety will come from. I'm going to read it as that. The challenge is I can't even read this. It's a Four of Wands reversed. This is a situation. We got the Troll under the bridge. I think the Four of Wands in other decks, it looks like this like wedding canopy. This one's a Troll under the bridge, and it's reversed. I actually am going to have to look this one up. I have no idea what that's trying to say, but something is lurking under the surface. Something is lurking under the surface, and Is it good? Is it bad? Is the shadow of our own selves. The troll under the bridge is what we hide away. Positive qualities can be stored in the shadow if we repress them. Do you hide a talent or stop yourself from doing something you love? That's a... I love this book. The Darkwood Tarot comes with a really amazing guidebook. It really helps with the readings. But yeah, this troll under the bridge, this is definitely looking at our shadow side. And I believe this is like the shadow side of our nation. And I had shared a post from Stacey Patton on Facebook today, and it was really about, look, like, white supremacy doesn't give a fuck about white people either. It doesn't care about anyone. It's not even white supremacy. This is because to say that would say that it's only about one race. It's about using everybody as a resource, not as a human being. It is a system that turns human beings into resources. And we think it was just turning the non-whites into slaves, but it's not. It's turning everybody into resources. That is what lurks. And this is why they are wanting to suppress the teaching of Black history, wanting to suppress like DEI, because they do not want those stories to be told. They do not want us to figure out that someone is trying to use all of us as a product and a resource, because they are coming for everyone. Like, this is the time at which they're coming for everyone. So this is why, like, I'm kind of putting everything on hold. Like, my life is canceled. Like, everything is revolution. Bloodless revolution, if the right allows it to be. I don't know if it's gonna be bloodless. I guess we're gonna find out. But this dark underbelly of our country can't be ignored any longer. I believe it has to be dealt with. And as that comes up from underneath the surface, who knows? Who knows what we're going to be dealing with? So, boom, there you go. The goal here is going to be the King of... Yeah! But why is this reversed? So the King of Pentacles is the place where you have everything that you need. But you know what? I know why it's reversed. Because this is about worshiping material prosperity. When they say make America great again, I mean, it really means make America rich again. It really means make me as an American rich again. Like, that is the true goal. And I believe that's everyone's goal, is to be prosperous and to be healthy and to be happy and to live a full life, like, in the nation that's your home. There's nothing wrong with having that as a goal. When you say make America great again, I mean, they are... The core of that statement is not evil. The core of that statement is every human being's desire to live a good life. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is that the source of our prosperity, we're being lied to about what that is. So our prosperity doesn't come from these tariffs and trade wars. It doesn't come from, like, beating up the rest of the world and showing our power. I mean, it kind of does. Like, World War II, like, we dropped the bombs on Japan. It was our aggression that really brought our prosperity after the war. But I don't think that's going to work this time. I don't think that this continuing aggression is going to keep making us richer. And I believe that is why this King of Pentacles is reversed here. The subconscious influences of the situation are the Six of Swords. And this is the woman who's, like, got on a boat and is running away from her baby. I don't know. Like, this is a... Yeah, because everyone, almost everyone, except for the Native Americans, everyone who's here, we ran away from something else to get here. We left our homeland and we came here. But what did we leave behind? And did we ever deal with the inner situation that was causing us to not live a good life in our previous home? Because wherever you go, there you are. If someone left England to have freedom of religion, but now we're like making it so that we don't have freedom of religion here either. So it's like, did we deal with the subconscious influences that, like when we ran away, or when we like left our home to come to the United States, did coming here really solve the problem? Or do we need to deal with that which was left behind? In the past, we believe that we were on a valiant journey of just this a journey of war, like a war and conquest, frontier, conquering new territories, taking new territories. But this had a downside, because you can't like whack someone in the face without like a bigger hand coming and whacking you. Like, it's not, this is the law of karma. Like, everything that we've done to others to get what we have now, like, that's karma hanging over our heads, and it's still there, hasn't gone anywhere. Jesus, this is, I knew I got this deck because this one is the one that will F you all the way up. And yeah, that's happening. That is definitely happening. Okay, in the future, there's a lot of swords. Yeah, the Page of Swords. So, and this is very similar to the Ace of Swords. So I'm feeling like this is saying in the future, we're not learning anything. We're going to keep doing what we've been doing. Maybe instead of the Wild West, it's the tech bros. And I really slept on the tech bros, and I should have known better. But it's like this kind of like conquest through force and war is not going to end. We're actually not going to stop doing that. So, great. Great. Where we find ourselves is the, Five of Pentacles. We are in the wealthiest country in the world, where wealth is being hoarded. We are struggling. The majority of people are struggling. The majority of people are having difficulty getting by, but it's not like the money's not there. Like, it's right here. It's right here in this tree. And there's actually nothing that stops us from just taking it. I'm going to turn my phone around to show, or no, I'm just turn my camera around to show you the painting I did. This house is such a mess, but this painting on the wall here, it is one that I did. It's not a painting, it's a collage. But this is a depiction of the wealth that the universe has for every human being. It's supposed to be a like shaft going into the center of the earth and filled with treasure. So it's the book, The Science of Getting Rich, talks about it, and it says that you are to not to compete for what has already been created. So that is where we have to go. We have to learn to create, not to compete for what has already been created. That is where we're finding ourselves right now. So boom, there we are. The views of others is the Fool. Is it the Fool reversed? I mean, yeah, like the whole world thinks we're dumb as they think we're, yeah, I see that. And the Fool can be like this like joyful beginning of a journey. This doesn't feel joyful. This feels like we just don't know where we're going, and we're just like charging forward, blindly destroying everything that we come across. And I don't think that's just our government. I think that as individuals, to look within ourselves and see where we individually are not paying attention, where we're ignoring things, where we are having magical thinking, believing that not like it couldn't happen here, like war couldn't come over here. It can, it doesn't have to, but it can, and it's not to be discounted that things could happen here. The hopes and fears are the Eight of Pentacles. I love this card. On most decks, or on my other deck, it's like she's like at a computer. This one, she's got a tree. Yeah, I mean, God, like most of us just hope to be able to get by. Most of us just hope to be able to feed our families. Most of us just hope to be able to have a house to live in and maybe like go on a couple vacations. Like most of us are just hoping, and the hopes and fears is all economic in this case. It's like we're hoping to be able to get by, or we're afraid that we won't be able to get by with the stock market dropping, the tariffing. Those fears are here, and those fears are really going to awaken more and more resistance. The outcome for us will be, this is the Ten of Pentacles. I know some people read this negatively. I don't. I feel like the Ten of Pentacles is always this is a dream. This is the American dream. This is saying that the American dream is here for everyone. It is, and this is like, I'm going to link the Science of Getting Rich, like my ebook of it. This is by Wallace D. Wattles. I'm going to link that because that, I believe, is the book that really will show you how, like every person, the 340 million people in America, and I believe that each one can get their own American dream. We don't need to like put all the brown people in prison in El Salvador like to have the American dream, for everyone to have it. We can have it. Like, you can get what you want without taking what the other person has away from them. Like, we can get what we want. Like, we do not have to pay unfair wages. We don't have to like have slavery. We don't have to like pay like extremely low wages to people in other countries. Like, we don't have to do any of that. Like, every person has access to that. And I think I spoke about it in a previous video about the covenant with God, that that brings the blessing. The blessing is the supernatural power of God that gives you everything you need. What it is not like the way that you do business with God is not the same. Like, because you can't hold anything back from God. You give God all of you, and God gives you everything you need. That is how that covenant relationship works. So, with that in mind, I feel called to do like an altar call. So, if you're here and you are wanting to access this dream of the, I'm not going to say like material prosperity as in just wealth and riches for its own sake, but for having everything that you need to live the life that you came to this planet to live, because that's what God will give you, 100%. There's no question. There's no time that he ever doesn't. Say this prayer that I'm going to make up as I go, because I haven't been to church and I don't remember how he does it. Lord Jesus, blessed be your name. Show me the way to live my life the way that you have made me to live it. Show me what you put me on this planet for. Let my life be in your hands and become my source of all things. Now I belong to you. Now I am in your hands. And now you will provide for me and protect me and lead me to every opportunity and every person that I need to be led to in order to live the life that I'm here to live, that I'm on this planet to live. And I thank you for answering my prayers to you. Amen. Look, I am all for saying Jesus, but if you want to pray to someone else, I will not tell. So that's that. Like, get yourself right with the universe. Get yourself right with who brought you here to live your life. And this American dream is still possible. I almost feel like I'm going to let me see. I can bring the camera to look cards now. Because I feel like, wow, this is going to be what a disaster. But I feel like wow, just completely lost it. The fear of retaliation from this government, maybe it was just me. I mean, I feel like people are afraid. People do have a fear of retaliation. But it ultimately is not what is happening here. Because this is about like an unwillingness to give up the security of the world. This is about an unwillingness to address the karma of the past. This is about like an unwillingness to like stop hitting people in the head with hammers and getting hit back in the head with someone else's hammer. It's really about excuse me, getting off of the like the capitalistic system and getting connected with your inner essence and your humanity. So that is what we need to do. That is how we want to remain safe in the coming whatever it is. So happy manifesting. God bless you all. Love you all. And have a good night.